You're not lazy, you're afraid. I think you're scared to be productive because the vulnerability of attempting work and failing is something that you fear. You fear imperfection. You fear not being adequate in the endeavor you're trying to pursue. And this video will help you overcome this apprehension, dread, unease towards completing the work subconsciously because you are afraid to succeed. Hello, I'm Dylan, I'm 18 and I coach lazy people to turn productive using tactical techniques and strategies that have changed my life forever. I spent 5,000 hours or 210 days straight playing Call of Duty and other such video games, wasting my life away, all the potential down the drain. But now I've turned my life around to effortlessly and easily breeze through large banks of my work for my business, education and personal development goals using tactics like this. In all the people I've spoken to aid in productivity, deep down, there's an underlying subconscious fear to actually succeed and become productive. Whether it's due to how they were raised as a child, the sociological environment they're in, or this self-degrading belief that they hold dear to their heart, which is keeping them from being unproductive. Procrastination can mask a fear of imperfection or failure, and here's how to break it down. First, as I previously mentioned, there's a few ways this could have come about. So of course, it could be your upbringing, whether your parents have placed this small, closed mindset on you where you don't believe you're good enough to complete the work and failure is something you should be afraid of. Whether your parents have struggled with debt, with financial difficulty, with general mental health issues, it can place this closed, small-minded loop on yourself where you're fearful of failure because you've never had the opportunity to fall safely. This is deep, this is a really deep video, but just have a think. If it resonates with you, then maybe you're generally scared to be productive because that could be the cause of what's keeping you in procrastination. It could be society. See, in the UK, where I'm from, there's an intense sociological norm that you cut people down when they're trying to attempt to succeed in an endeavor. You see your friend trying a business model, the common folk response would be, what are you doing, you little gimp, and chop him down. It's called tall poppy syndrome. And that could be another reason of why you don't want to attempt the work, because if you fail in front of all your friends and in front of society in the UK, they're going to cut you down, they're going to bully you, they're going to take the mick out of you, and you're going to end up in a lower status position, which is inherently bad for you based on evolution, as status was king in the tribal days. And like I just said, this all makes sense. It all makes sense from this inherent intrinsic fear of failure, because failure meant death in the past. But nowadays, you have to become accepting of risk. Risk equals reward. If you don't attempt the work that you're putting off using procrastination and excuses and coping to not do the work, then you are going to fail. You're not going to reach the goals you've set yourself this year. And this is what this video is for, to help. So to beat this primal intrinsic fear of failure based on tribe versus tribe, caveman mentality, where if you failed, you'd be extradited from the tribe and you die to a saber-toothed tiger, I'm going to give you some actionable tips to stop this. Actionable tip number 1. Plan some work. Without a plan, you will fail. If there's no direction, there's no destination. There's so many metaphors and analogies I can bring towards this, but you know deep down, if you don't know what you're going to do, you're not going to be able to get it done. So that's the predicate, the core of productivity is having something to do and something to be productive in. Consistency over perfection is the actionable tip I give you, number 2. I have an incredibly high leverage opportunity for you to turn productive efficiently and effectively, and this is my productivity performance package, including a free physical planner made with the highest quality materials and a scientifically backed layout to help you become productive. You'll also get my personal phone number, weekly coaching calls where I can analyze how I can help you to become productive, and furthermore, you'll get my 5-step foundation to productivity, which includes the protocol that changed my life and has helped dozens of people I've coached in the past finally beat procrastination. It will include nutrition guides, sleep and energy optimization guides, and much more, such as online, editable, downloadable templates for your productive journey, including habit tracking, reverse destination planners, and much more for you in your productive journey. If you're genuinely trying to beat procrastination once and for all, this is the package for you, and the link is in the description. Number 2, it's a reframe for productivity, where instead of aiming for a success rate or a metric that's comparable to your perfection and how well you're performing, have a metric for consistency. Rather than how quality was this video out of 10? How quality was this bank of productive work out of 10? Did I turn up to the work and complete what I said I was going to do? Consistency over perfection. Would you rather have a sniper loaded towards your target with a 50% chance of hitting and you have 1 bullet? Or would you rather shoot 500 bullets towards your target and by sheer volume you'd end up hitting the target more successfully compared to the 50% chance? Consistency negates luck. If you think you're going to get lucky in the business model you're in, or in the endeavor you're trying to succeed in, you can negate luck over sheer volume. So volume over consistency will bring success to you in your productivity journey. Reframe your mind, stop recording the data on quality, only record whether you turned up, and then progressively overload. Now, I'm not suggesting that you don't improve. I'm not saying that at all. I'm just saying if you're consistently, meticulously, analytically analyzing the qualitative data that you're recording on the banks of work you're completing, you're going to shoot yourself in the foot. You're going to burn out, and you're going to be, quite frankly, depressed, because perfection doesn't exist. Of course, improve, make sure you're improving the craft you're attempting, but consistency over quality is an important reframe to become productive and beat this fear of failure from the inherent primal days. Actionable tip number 3 is gratitude. See, this is something that's deep core in my heart, based on neurobiology and not any woo-woo metrics. Even so much so, I've included it in my scientifically backed daily planner to help lazy people like you turn productive with simple tools. The reason it's so important is for 2 reasons. Obviously, first, it's going to put you in a better mental state, a better mental headspace to get you to enjoy the work, be happy completing the work, and be more likely to be consistent in completing the work in the future, because you're writing down what you're grateful for. Just before you get into the work, I'm grateful for the pen I'm writing for. I'm grateful for the phone I'm doing the work on, the laptop I'm doing the work on. You're getting in this abundant, positive mindset, which inherently is going to make you do work better and have less fear of failure, because you're in a more positive mindset. You don't care if it goes wrong. You don't care if things go wrong, because you're happy, you're content. However, there's a second neurobiological reasoning of why gratitude is so important, so much so I've added it in the product that I'm selling. Serotonin. Not serotonin that's synthesized in the gut, serotonin that's synthesized in the brain. There's about 6% of serotonin that's released in the brain that strengthens the prefrontal cortex when you gratitude journal, when you actively reframe experiences into a more positive light. I'm recording this video, but I'm seriously grateful I'm recording this video. You're engaging your prefrontal cortex, which is the part of the brain that's attentive and active during focused tasks. When you engage that, it releases serotonin, which is synthesized into the brain, and then it strengthens the prefrontal cortex. So every time you gratitude journal before completing a task, you're constantly re-engaging and synthesizing serotonin, which is strengthening the focus part of your brain, allowing it to be stronger and more consistently focused over time. So it's a no-brainer to implement this in the actionable steps of this video. And finally, actionable tip number 4 to combat this inherent fear of failure, which is masking as procrastination, limiting you from achieving the goals you want to succeed in. Visualization and goals. If you can't see the end result, you're not going to achieve it. If you don't have faith in the endeavor you're trying to pursue, or at least a fraction of optimism towards the success you desire from the input you're putting in, you won't succeed, you won't be productive, and you'll struggle with this fear of failure because you can't see the success that you want. So the only other option to focus on is failure. So set some goals, set some crazy goals, set some goals that hype you up when you look at them. Whether you have a business model where you're helping businesses in your area with social media, or you're doing study and revision for your A-level exams that are coming up, set a crazy goal. I want 4 A stars in my A-levels. I want to have 100% on every single paper. It's going to hype you up. You're going to get motivated. You're going to see what the potential of working hard can bring you, and then you're aligned to stop this fear of failure easier. Same with business. If you have an SMMA business, you're helping small businesses in your area with social media managing. Align yourself with the goals you want to achieve. I want £5,000 recurring revenue every single month all of this year. They're unrealistic, they're stupid, they're probably going to burn you out sooner, but at least you can understand the potential in the business model you have, and you have faith to row harder. You have faith to turn up every single day and try and complete the work. As we previously said, you can negate luck using consistency, but consistency isn't a thing without faith. And faith will beat this fear of failure, which is inherent from the primal days. So visualizations and goals, close your eyes and see the success that you wish to receive from the endeavor you're putting the work into, and the fear of failure that's masking as procrastination and keeping you stuck in a rut of unproductivity will be cleared out, and you'll work harder, smarter, more effective. Hopefully you find it useful. Thank you for watching.